Henri Christophe wanted to establish the first Black kingdom in the Western Hemisphere. So, by March 28, 1811, at a council meeting, he declared Haiti a kingdom and declared himself King Henri Christophe the First. That don't caca, monsieur. I kid you not. Haiti needs to be a fucking Netflix series. I was like, yo, I'm telling y'all, I was reading this shit like, he did what? He did, my nigga did, he did, boy, bye. Like, yo. Oh no, it gets worse. His son that I mentioned, okay, he made him an heir. He got real big-headed with this. Mademoiselle and ça c'est deuxième Chanel moi. And aujourd'hui nous allons parler de Président Henri Christophe, or as many of you guys in English, Henri Christophe, who took over being president after sadly Jean-Jacques Dessalines was assassinated. Now, this is gonna be a very interesting video because if you're not aware, post-Haitian Revolution, Haiti was in disarray and was divided into North and South. Henri Christophe taking over the North and Alexandre Pétion taking over the South. And we're gonna get into that a little bit later. I decided to do Henri Christophe first because he did the North, and Alexandre Pétion second just because that's just the order it naturally usually goes when people tell these stories. So for the most part, this is a lot, okay? You have to keep in mind when the Haitian Revolution was thought of, and I think when the forefathers were fighting for Haiti, they didn't necessarily think about what would happen, okay? I don't think any of them thought, okay, after we actually get Haiti to be Haiti, who's gonna take over, who's gonna be president, who's gonna be in the cabinet, what's gonna be our, you know, our political affiliation, because the shit that ends up hitting the fan afterward, mes amis, zin sou zin, kaka sou kaka. Okay, kaka voye. Alright, so of course, before we get started, make sure you guys smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, smash every button, you know, that can help us sister out. I do have two other channels. My main channel, which deals with rants, reactions, and commentary on social issues dealing with the Black community, and my third channel, which is my vlogs, personal stories, story times, lifestyle content, and things like that. And if you guys want to further support me, I do have a Patreon, and I will be opening up the tiers on this channel as well as my other channels as well. And also, I do need to let you guys know, because you guys are so into the voodoo and the mermaid content, and I always see you guys consistently telling your stories down below, I will be doing a new segment on this channel called Creek Crack, where you guys send in your stories via the new email creekcrack@coz@gmail.com, and I'm going to read them on this channel. So feel free to send your stories. I'm telling you right now, I can't help you with your little voodoo curses. I can't lift you with no voodoo curse problems. I'm not an obo, I'm not a mumbo. I can't, okay? So don't be like, Yvana, someone put a love spell on me, I need help. Back up. All right, I can't help you, okay? But if you want to tell me a voodoo story, a mermaid story, anything supernatural, ghosts, ghouls, all of that, definitely send it to the creekcrack@coz@gmail.com. It's on the screen right now. And yeah, we're gonna get it popping. We're gonna get it popping. Thank you guys so much for supporting me. So let's get straight into the video. So Henri Christophe is actually thought to be of Bambara descent and may actually be Igbo. He was born in Grenada, and he was born on October 6, 1767. Now, if you guys are not aware, back in the day, Grenada was actually part of the British colonial acquisition, and he was one of the leaders in the Haitian Revolution from 1791 to 1804. He served as president from 1807 to 1811, and he became the self-proclaimed king from 1811 to 1822. 1942. He did have a son on record, and his name was Jacques Victor Henry, and he did have a wife. I think her name was like Marie Louis Henry. Don't quote me on it, but nonetheless, we're not necessarily going to be talking too much about the kids and the family in most of these videos, because most of the time they're not that relevant to the politics, but you know, just for reference. So before we get started, the lighting's gonna be a little wonky because I'm sitting by the window and I'm not using a ring light, so I apologize for that in advance. But anyways, as I was saying, when it comes to the post-revolutionary war in Haiti and all of that, there was a lot going on. There was a lot of uncertainty. No one knew who was really gonna take charge of everything. And then of course Jean-Jacques Dessalines was like, listen, I'm president. And then he had named himself the Emperor of Haiti, okay? He was Emperor Jean-Jacques Dessalines, or what did he name himself? Emperor Dessalines the First. So, you know, people weren't really happy with that. He ended up being assassinated. The story of his assassination makes no damn sense because there's different stories about how he ended up getting assassinated, but the widely accepted story was that he went to go break up a mulatto rebellion revolt situation somewhere. He ended up getting killed, but some way somehow, that's the official story, but no way did he ever get a proper burial until someone went out by the name of, I believe her name was Belzer. Listen, I completely forgot. I made a video about this, but nonetheless, a woman went out and gave him a proper burial, and it wasn't any of the other leaders. I'm just saying, it is a little sus, okay? It's a little sus. How is it that you fight with somebody in the battlefield, he ends up getting killed, and none of y'all go give him the proper burial? It's a whole nother woman that goes and gives him a proper burial. Nobody finds that strange, and then all of a sudden, the two people that take charge of Haiti are Henri Christophe and Alexandre Pétion, who were also fighting in the Haitian Revolution. I'm just saying, it just don't sound right. So when it comes to historians and folklorists and things like that, there's a lot of debate of what happened. A lot of people seem to think they might have teamed up to kill Jean-Jacques Dessalines. It was a setup. That mulatto revolt was like a setup to get Jean-Jacques Dessalines there to be killed. Like, I've heard so many things growing up. I've heard so many things in Haitian literature class that I took in college, Caribbean literature classes and things like that. I don't know. I really don't know. Like, I would love to hear your opinions down below because the shit is sus. Okay, it really is sus, okay? Because, I mean, most of the people who did end up having a hand in the Haitian Revolution ended up becoming president or just had some type of role in government immediately after. And another thing I've said a couple of times when making these videos, understand a lot of these presidents technically can't even be considered presidents. A lot of them are dictators, okay? If you just pay attention to the years, there's no way that someone is president for over 10 fucking years. That's not a presidency. That's a dictatorship. So, you know, it's a lot of power struggles, okay? So, of course, now, at this point, you have Henri Christophe and Alexandre Pétion playing tug-of-war with Haiti. And while they're playing tug-of-war with Haiti over in DR, okay, over in sister country land, you have the Spaniards teaming up with the English, because they couldn't do it alone, okay? Trying to take over DR again. And, of course, DR being DR. But this is not all of DR, okay? Because the black rebels and the mixed rebels, a lot of them, they weren't on board with this, but the white nationalists, okay, a lot of the racists in DR, because you have to really put this into perspective, because it wasn't all Dominicans. A lot of people like to say that like Dominicans are inherently racist and it's all Dominicans that are like this, but for the most part, it was mainly like the white people and a lot of the people that were just like the self-hating Dominicans. They wanted the Spaniards to be back, okay? They didn't necessarily like this whole black ruled island thing, because at this point, Haiti had basically been just the whole thing. Haiti was just the whole island of Hispaniola. So they were like, you know, they were invited the Spaniards back. Now, if you guys have not been to the channel and you guys don't really know about why they would do that, again, a lot of people kind of look at Dominicans and are like, oh, you guys are some hating ass motherfuckers. And you could look at it that way, but you also need to understand the slavery in DR, the slavery in Haiti, completely different things. Yes, they were treated poorly. Yes, they had slaves in DR, but they were treated completely different than the slaves in Haiti, okay? The slaves in Haiti were treated like utter basura. They were treated 10 times worse than the slaves in DR. The slaves in DR, at least when it came to the Spaniards, they actually commingled with them. They actually reproduced with them. They actually cared for that land. They cultivated that land. They actually put work into that land. When it came to the French, child, the French treated Haiti like a fucking vacation spot, like some fucking crop factory slave land. Like, it was completely different. Even though it is one island in two different sides, it was not treated the same way. So that's something a lot of people need need to keep in mind. So although a lot of people may be like, oh, they're lighter skinned and they just didn't like the black people, of course now in 2022, yeah, that might just be what it is. And for the most part, when most people see it, they're just like, oh, well, the Haitians were, you know, enslaving the Dominicans. And no. You have to look at the root of it, okay? The Spaniards were kind of treating the Dominicans a lot better than the Haitians. And that's also because a lot of them were mixed, okay? A lot of them were lighter skinned. They had better treatment because, of course, like I said, the Spaniards were actually commingling. You know, they were actually integrating into the society. So that's why even to this day, the Dominicans are lighter, okay? They're not 100% white, but they are lighter than the Haitians, okay? Haitians, they was rebelling all damn day, okay? They was not child, they was not fucking with it. But even at that, there were still black rebels. There were still, you know, black people that were in DR that were like, no, we do not want the Spaniards back. So they're going through their own little power struggle. Meanwhile, Spain done teamed up with Britain, okay, child? They having a whole little... They're like, listen, how we gonna get back to DR? Because, see, Haiti, they not paying attention. Henri Christophe, Alexandre Pétion, they playing tug of war. And we could get in there real quick. So, what happened? They go and they seize control of DR. And I just don't understand. I don't understand how the fuck they let this shit happen. But of course, they let that shit happen. And of course, Haiti has to come to the rescue. All the rebels come to Haiti and they're like, oh my God, Spain is here. Britain's here. We don't know what to do. While y'all was sitting here doing the pote quoi over here, we out here getting enslaved again by the Spaniards. Like, listen, some people over there like it, but a lot of us don't help us. Haiti gave them weapons. Haiti fought off the Spaniards over there or whatever, helped the Dominicans and whatever. So a lot of you guys could look at that the way you want to because it depends on who you ask. A lot of Dominicans would say, oh no, the Haitians, they were trying to conquer us. But you know, for a lot of the black people over there, they was like, no, we don't like that shit. Because at the end of the day, when it came to black people in DR, when it came to a lot of the mixed people in DR, they were not being treated fairly. And grand scheme of things, whether you look at any of the Haitian leaders as anything, they didn't like the whole slavery thing. Okay, this whole idea of white people coming on the land and white people treating black people unfairly, that was the whole thing that they did not like. That was the whole thing that their entire presidency and the whole thing about Haiti was about, okay? They wanted Haiti as an island, Hispaniola in general, to be a land free of colonizers. That was the whole point. So they were like, listen, we cannot be next to Dominican Republic, okay? That was Santo Domingo at the time. Like, we can't have that shit. You know, we can't have them occupying. We can't have Spaniards or the English occupying, you know? So they had to help regardless. So eventually that ends up being settled, and Henri Christophe ends up taking Haiti of the North. Alexandre Pétion ends up taking Haiti of the South. And I'm not sure exactly what the whole argument was about. Feel free to add down below because I couldn't really find clear details on what exactly they were arguing about. Some people say colorism because Alexandre Pétion is actually of a lighter skin tone. I believe he's actually mixed race as well. So there's a lot of things about that where people were like, oh, like, you know, maybe it was that. There's, you know, back in the day, it was way worse than what it is now, child. So there's a lot of situations, there's a lot of different scenarios that come to play as to why they were actually arguing. But moving on. So in the North, things were a lot, okay? And you guys are probably thinking, okay, well, maybe this was only temporary until one of them gets killed in the next year because, you know, that's how Haiti does, right? But no. Haiti was separated like this for 10 years. 10 years, a whole decade. There was a Haiti of the North and a Haiti of the South. I genuinely don't understand how the fuck people allowed this nonsense, but I digress. Like, let's be real, these people just killed off a whole bunch of Spaniards, a whole bunch of the English, a whole bunch of the French. I don't think anybody was fucking with them, okay? I think they was just like, you know what, we just go do what we told, okay? If that's what they want, that's what they want. So eventually, you know, things got really cool, but of course there was always rumors of treason and coups and all of that. So of course, let's walk it back a little bit. So Henri was always very outspoken, stubborn, and a free, strong-willed person since he was a child, okay? Now, the thing about Grenada that a lot of people don't necessarily know about is that Grenada was not a place to be fucked with. I don't know where exactly, like, the British got these slaves from, but the slaves in Grenada didn't play no games, okay? They were known to rebel. They were known to be very resistant, and they was not fucking with the masses, okay? okay? If they didn't want to work, they didn't work. And they had no problems getting beat. They had no problems talking back. They literally were like the epitome of revolt, okay, next to the Haitian slaves. So realistically, he was instilled with the whole idea of revolting. He was instilled with the idea of fighting and being outspoken and standing for something that he truly believed in. So of course, being so damn strong in his opinions and having such a strong personality, his father actually enlisted his services with a French captain on ship. And you guys probably thinking, oh, okay, he was probably like 16, 17 at the time. No. Henry was only 9 when he was sold on this ship by his dad. And I don't want to say sold. Maybe that sounds a little, but I guess offered the services. But I mean, he was a slave. Like, you know how that goes. Like, you know, back then, you know, like, I mean, he gave him to the captain. Later on, he was sold to a French sugar planter in Haiti. We start his whole bend in Haiti that most of you guys may know revolutionary wise, but it's very interesting because he was just a kid, but by 9 he had already had all of this pent up animosity. He had such a strong, outspoken nature. And let's just say Henry, he ain't played no games, okay? He kind of reminds me of myself because I was like that. Like, I was very like outspoken and all of that. I was revolted, but he was very, very like, listen, you're not gonna play with me. So of course, the slaves in Grenada were treated very badly. That's something else a lot of you guys need to keep in mind. Caribbean slavery and American slavery, 2 completely different types of slavery. Yes, everybody's a slave. It doesn't really matter, but it's not the same, okay? The Caribbean slaves were treated 10 times worse as the American slaves, and we already know how slavery in America was horrific. So it's like, if you think slavery in America was bad, that's how you know, bro. So what makes it worse is that the slavery in Haiti was literally probably one of the worst, mainly because, like I told you guys, you know, in this video and other videos, Haiti was basically treated like dirt. It was kind of just like the work mill, you know. French just wanted that to be the sugarcane place, the place for them to make money, place for them to grow the cotton and send it to wherever, export to wherever, you know, like, so that's why even to this day, Haiti's land is trash. For the most part, like, it can't grow any and everything, could only grow certain things, and even at that, like, it's hard to find really, really fertile land. So it's a lot that goes into that. But nonetheless, when Henry got to Haiti, he saw how horrible the slaves were being treated, okay? Another thing that I want you guys to keep in mind that I've mentioned in other videos, like, slavery in Haiti was so bad that many other countries, like, when they would conquer other countries or send their slaves to different countries for punishment, they would send them to Haiti. Can you imagine having a slave and having to punish their slave, that beating them, raping them, degrading them, selling them off to someone like down the street is not enough, that you send them to a whole nother country for punishment, and that country's Haiti? That's how bad the slavery in Haiti was, okay? So Henry gets here at 9, okay? And he's just like, wait. No, he's confused. He doesn't understand, because he's like, all right, Grenada was bad. I know we was rebelling and shit, but like this is some what the fuck. So of course this ignited his revolutionary spirit, okay? Because he was just like, this is not right. Like, how the hell are you guys treating people this way? Like, what the, like, Hey, like, it was just a whole new world. The same thing happened with Boukman, okay? Boukman came from Jamaica, and you see what happened with that. Like, he came and he became one of the most important figures in the Haitian Revolution as well. It's like, bro, when people came to Haiti, they were just like, what? Oh, no. Like, so Henry became a very, very prolific figure in the Haitian Revolution. He even fought in the American Revolution as parts of the 545 free blacks known as the Fontage Legion. I hope I'm saying that right. I never say anything right. Not even my own fucking language. But anyways, so yes, if you guys are not aware, Haitians did fight in American wars. The Civil War is another war that Haitians fought in. And he was also the sergeant during that war. By 1794, he was the 3rd principal figure in the Haitian Revolution, and he was made sergeant by Toussaint Louverture and later general of the Haitian Revolution by Jean-Jacques Jean-Jacques Dessalines. Of course, Jean-Jacques Dessalines became emperor. The emperor shit is just ridiculous to be emperor though. Anyways, and by November 27th, 1803, Haiti was declared independent. And of course, I told you guys the whole story. You know, Jean-Jacques Dessalines gets assassinated, blah blah blah. So we can skip over that. So Henri Christophe is elected president of Haiti of the North, 1807. After that massive argument, and then Alexandre Pétion is elected president of Haiti of the South by March 1807. So don't even ask me how these elections took place. Don't ask me how the fuck they was keeping I don't know. I don't want to know because it's Haiti. Okay, it's Haiti, and I'm very sure there was no real election. Okay, I'm very sure pas de election vraiment, because let's be real. Okay, so by this time, Alexandre as well as Henry stopped fighting, but they still beef it. But clearly they're kind of in danger because they literally just had foreign motherfuckers on the border taking over DR. So when it came to presidency, Henry's first order of business was defense. So there was real concern for security, both internal and external, because at this point, let's be real, a lot of people are not happy, okay? And I'm very sure a lot of people are not happy because it's just a lot going on. It's a lot for people to process. So one of the first things he did is he got a citadel built on Le Cap harbor called La Ferrière. I cannot say anything with an R. La Ferrière. I think I actually said that decent. And that actually translates to the blacksmith's pouch. It's still here to this day. It's actually really big, in the shape of like a boat. It's about 16 acres and it has 14 foot walls. Massive structure. And I'm gonna get into this when I'm done talking about like his presidency. I'm gonna talk about the controversial part of his presidency, and yeah, so you guys are probably thinking like, okay, how did he get this citadel built? Where did he get money to get this citadel built? Well, he earned revenue from forced labor, the same thing Jean-Jacques Dessalines did. And as we can tell from Jean-Jacques Dessalines being in the ground, Haitians don't like forced labor. It reminds them of slavery. Haiti was making money from forced labor during slavery. That's how they were getting their revenue. That's how the French was getting their revenue. So it's kind of hard for them to think of other ways to make money because none of them are educated. None of them have any real skills because most of them at this point are born slaves. They don't know much of anything else. So the only thing these presidents are thinking at this point is like, well, they're gonna have to work in order to keep the economy going. What the fuck they think this is? So he basically forced everyone to continuously work, just like Jean-Jacques Dessalines did. And clearly this was not great, and there was definitely forced labor that went into building that citadel. So to make the whole forced labor situation worse, he essentially forced the Haitian people to work in order to continue trades with other foreign countries such as like Spain, the US, etc., right? And this is after the embargoes were finally lifted, because if you're not aware, post-revolution, nobody wanted to be friends with Haiti. Nobody wanted to share with Haiti. Everyone was just like, oh my god, you niggas had the damn nerve to fight for your freedom just like everyone else did. But anyways, just because we're black, they didn't like that, we did it. So in order to kind of lessen the blow, people lifted their embargoes, and basically to make foreign allies, he essentially forced the Haitians to work, keep the trades going in exchange for information of foreign people coming to the border, such as France or anyone else that wanted to take Haiti over. So it's I don't know how to feel about it, because on one hand, I don't like the idea of forced labor. Even though I know, like, let's be real, how else was they gonna make money? But then it's like, y'all still poor because y'all wanted to steal the money anyway. And then it's just like, what? It was in exchange for information just in case someone tried to take Haiti over again and make them slaves. But then, like, they're fucking slaves anyway because you have them doing forced labor for your own personal gain. And I'm gonna get into that a little bit later. So another initiative, which was his second most important thing, was Code Henry. And this actually worked out for a very long time, and I'm very sad that Haiti did not adopt this. And this had to do with the education system in Haiti. So he enlisted lots of educators from America as well as France to come build schools, come teach in Haiti, to, you know, basically boost the literacy. And this was actually really great, and I feel like this would have had a really good long-term effect, and I think it did for a short amount of time. I mean, let's be real, this was a 10-year rule after all. Shit, a little bit more. So it's just like, it was a very good idea. It did work out really, really well, but you know how all the bad just wipes out all the good? That's this type of situation that we're dealing with today. And we go into the most controversial presidency era, or shall I say kingdom. Henri Christophe wanted to establish the first Black kingdom in the Western Hemisphere. So by March 28, 1811, at a council meeting, he declared Haiti a kingdom and declared himself King Henri Christophe the First. That don't caca, monsieur. I kid you not. Haiti needs to be a fucking Netflix series. I was like, yo, I'm telling y'all, I was reading this shit like, he did what? He did, my nigga did, he did, boy, bye. Like, yo. Oh no, it gets worse. His son that I mentioned, okay, he made him an heir. He got real big-headed with this. He even created his own nobility, y'all. And I have to read this because it's a lot, okay? There was 4 princesses, all right? There was 8 dukes, 22 counts, 40 barons, 14 knights, and he even founded a college of arms to provide safety to these new nobles. Haitian men are so full of themselves, bro. So, you know, when people talk about Haitian politics, it started from the dawn of time. Like, when you really think about it, it started from the beginning. Even Jean-Jacques Dessalines was out here talking about some emperor. Cause thank God he didn't have time to do this shit. But like, what? Like, I was reading this like, I can't be reading this. I can't be reading this correctly. I had to wash my face. I had to wash my eyes. Parce que qui caca ça? Monsieur fait qui ça? You telling me this president had the nerve, gall, audacity to call himself the king, okay? The king of Haiti. Then make his son the heir. And then put princesses, dukes, knights, and all of that in position? Who you think you are? So, of course, word gets around that he is now King Henri the First. And clearly, everybody thinks this is a joke, okay? The Europeans, the Americans, shit, other Caribbean islands, they're just like, you essentially want to take what's enslaved us and use it against us? Where do they do that at? Now you guys probably thinking, oh well, there's kings in Africa. Yeah, but when you really think about it, the way he did it, that ain't the way it's set up in Africa. We all know what the hell he was doing, because what makes all of this way worse, he was having lavish houses and palaces built with the slave labor. So you guys see where this shit is going. Like, you see where the problems are mounting here. Like, he did not think this was gonna go well. He did not. So in typical Haitian fashion, he had the nerve, gall, audacity. He knows he's beefing with Alexandre Pétion, okay? Alexandre Pétion parler avec Henri, no? Okay? Henri Christophe and Alexandre Pétion have not talked ever since they was beefing. And when he creates this whole nobility, he's having these houses and these palaces built. Let me tell you right now, people are laughing at him, people ridiculing him, and people don't like this, but he don't care. He was giving everybody the Sweet Mickey before Sweet Mickey was even born. I don't care. I don't give a shit. He said, listen, I'm gonna do me. You go do you. All right? He's sitting here and he's doing what he want to do. And he goes and he calls up Alexandre Pétion. He's like, hey, you know, I just established my own nobility. You know, I'm now King Henri Christophe the First. Would you like to join? Would you like to join the nobility? Hey, yo! Alexandre Pétion said, get my mom. I was like, no, I'm sure he didn't say that. But I'm very sure he said some variation of get the fuck off my line. I don't even fuck with you like that. And clearly they didn't speak ever since then. And Alexandre Pétion, in typical Haitian fashion, died mad. I want to know what he thought he was accomplishing. So sadly, by 1820, Henri Christophe had suffered a very bad stroke that left him partially paralyzed. He was miserable, very, very depressed. He was a very proud person. He was a very stubborn person. And most importantly, nobody liked the man. And what's crazy is, right, when you hear your president is hurt, sick, you know, really not doing well, for the most part, most people are gonna feel sad for them. They're gonna bring flowers, they're gonna bring them soup, get well cards. No, when you hear, when people heard Henri Christophe was sick, they said, hey, here's our chance. They said, on point the fucking out. Let's go get this motherfucker. Okay, let's go get him. Because no, it's finally time. So that it became. The rebellion grew. So now we have the mutiny. Now you guys are like, what is a mutiny? A mutiny is probably the worst things that can ever happen to any president, any government. It's worse than a revolt, it's worse than a rebellion, it's worse than a coup actually. It's basically when a government's military or government officials basically turn against their own leader. And this is what happened to Henri Christophe. So by October 1820, people were basically finding out that Christophe wasn't doing too good. They was like, oh, Henri malade? Hey, Henri festoc? Oh, on poor monsieur. They said, hey, yo, we about to go get him. This is our chance, this is our only chance. And clearly, we gonna get a hit dog while he down. That's basically what it was. So at this point, they go and they meet up at the garrison. The military garrison meet up at St. Mark and they start revolting. That sparks into a whole North Haiti revolt. Fires, fighting, killing, just uproar. Like probably one of the worst riots Haiti has ever seen since the revolution. Yes, there have been revolts. Yes, there have been protests before, but this was really, really bad. Some of Henri's trusted aides took him to the citadel to basically await the inevitable. And he basically ordered his aides to take him a bath and put him in his military uniform. Now you guys are probably thinking, okay, like he gonna fight. Like that's what soldiers do. He's a soldier, sergeant, general, all of that. He's just gonna fight. But he ordered his aides to leave him alone and they left. And a short time later, he had committed suicide. Shot himself with a silver bullet. Kid you not. Riots are still outside. People are waiting for him because they seen him go untied. And his attendees were in shock, obviously. His aides, like they didn't know what to do. But at this point, they're just thinking, we do not want the rebels to come and try to cut up his body or anything like that. Listen, Haitians are savage. They don't like you, they don't give a fuck if you dead. They want the job done. They want to make sure you dead for real. Because what I always be saying, Haitians don't die for real, okay? So at this point, they go and they put his body in lime. And I believe his body is still at the citadel to this day. I don't think they ever like took it out. So they go and they put his body in lime to preserve it and, you know, stop the rebels from like actually coming and try to like chop it up or do anything or desecrate the body. It's such a sad situation. I was shocked when I was reading that. I thought he was gonna fight. I thought he was gonna wait to be killed. But Christophe said, no, y'all not gonna take me out. I take myself out. Pretty honorable, considering who he was and how he was. It was a lot, but at the same time, like you did very, very wrong to these people. In the eyes of a lot of those people, you should have just took the shit like a man in terms of answering these people's questions, fighting who you needed to fight. But then let's be real, what the fuck am I talking about? They was gonna cut that nigga's head off. A short time later, his son was also assassinated because, I mean, he was a king, remember? So you have to kill the bloodline. Very, very sad story. And of course, Alexandre Pétion did not last too long after this, and we're gonna get into the Alexandre Pétion very, very soon. I'm going to be filming that video next week. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. What do you guys think about all of this? It was a lot. And even though he did take his own life, it's very interesting how a lot of his family members ended up being extremely powerful people, whether in Haitian government, in Haitian business. But another thing that you guys have to keep in mind is he's actually the great-great-great-great-grandfather of Michelle Bennett, which was actually the wife of, we all know, Baby Doc, okay, which was another Haitian dictator that I did talk about on this channel already. I'm going to link that down below. And he also had another descendant that was actually president of Haiti, and his name was President Pierre Nord. He was president from 1902 to 1908. So it's very interesting because I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how the fuck is that even fucking possible? It's like, I told y'all, Haitians never fucking die. Like how? When you see what Michelle Bennett did and how basically she kind of fucked up Baby Doc's whole situation, a lot of people say it was like revenge for what people did to Henri, or what people have done to her other family members in Haitian history and stuff like that. I never really looked too deep into who her other family members are or the other descendants of Henri Christophe, but I'm sure there's a lot. I'm not even gonna lie, I'm sure there's a lot. But like at this point, it's just like, I mean, the frivolous spending, the using people's labor for your own personal gain. Michelle Bennett did the same thing on the whole baby doc thing, the whole baby doc presidency. So it's like, the apple doesn't fall that far from the tree at all now, does it? I never looked into Pierre Nord Alexis at all. So I guess when we get to him, we get to him. It shouldn't be too far at all. I think we're maybe only a couple presidents away. So of course, if you have anything to add to the conversation, definitely comment down below. If you know anything more, let know. And of course, if you're Haitian, just, you know, comment your Haitian flags. Nula, comment anything. Help me in the logarithm. Doesn't matter where you're from. Thank you. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, do all that. Follow my other channels. Join the Patreon. Join the membership. Like, share, subscribe, do all that. And I'm gonna see y'all next time. Bye!